Hello and welcome to Animal Watch, and today we're meeting the Norwegian Elkhound.
Hey!
He's small but brave, super intelligent, fast and incredibly independent. So confident that he can run for miles to corner a giant elk for his hunter master, who is hot on his heels. The Elkhound's ancestors were prize dogs to the Vikings, and many have been found in Viking burial grounds. They were said to assist the Vikings on their ships as well as in the villages. So today we are combining the brilliant wisdom of a top Elkhound club in Norway alongside the largest Viking ship, the Myklebust, ever to be discovered here at Sagastad in Nordfjordeid, Norway. Let's discover the history, the workability, and the character of the Norwegian Elkhound in true Viking style. We'll also be meeting an Elkhound named Ronja, belonging to top athlete Ken Storns, an outdoorsman who takes his dog everywhere with him out in the wilderness. He does so many exciting adventures with her, except of course, jumping off cliffs. That's safely saved just for him. Oh, and we'll also find out why this small but powerful dog is often referred to as a wolfdog. Yes, that's true. Wolf blood pumps through this little guy's veins. No wonder he's such a powerhouse. Don't go away. Today I'm in Viking Norway, amidst the breathtaking fjords, discovering the history and personality of one of the oldest and most iconic dogs of Norway. The Norwegian Elkhound boasts a history stretching back thousands of years, with evidence suggesting his ancestors existed as far back as 5000 BC. Initially, they were invaluable working dogs, assisting early Nordic people and later the Vikings in hunting big game like elk, moose and even bears. They were also used as guards, watchdogs and sled dogs. There are two types of Norwegian Elkhound, both quite different in appearance. The larger and more vocal Norsk Elghund Grå, the Norwegian Grey Elkhound, and the smaller, rarer and quieter Norsk Elghund Svart, the Norwegian Black Elkhound. The primary difference between the grey and black Norwegian Elkhounds is that the Grey Elkhound is bred to run ahead off leash and bark when it finds game, alerting the hunter, while the Black Elkhound is bred to be silent and tracks on a leash. This also means they are very different as house pets, with the black ones being quieter and easier to care for in the house than the more energetic and rambunctious grey. The greys generally stand, males at 19 to 21 inches, which is 48 to 53 centimetres, and females 18 to 20 inches, which is 46 to 51 centimetres. Males weigh 50 to 60 pounds, which is 23 to 27 kilograms, and females weigh 40 to 55 pounds, which is 18 to 25 kilograms. As for the smaller black variety, males stand 17 to 19 inches, which is 43 to 49 centimetres at the withers, and females 17 to 18 inches, which is 43 to 46 centimetres. Males weigh 35 to 50 pounds, which is 16 to 23 kilograms, and females 35 to 44 pounds, which is 16 to 20 kilograms. Now, what is so interesting is that the breed falls under the mitochondrial DNA subclade referred to as D1 that is only found in northern Scandinavia. It's the result of a female wolf-male dog hybridization that occurred post-domestication. So this means that these dogs carry a modern injection of wolf blood in their DNA, making them true pint-sized wolf dogs. Which is ironic, really, as the wolfdog is banned across the whole of Norway. Now, the grey variety is highly energetic and vocal and will chase you around the house, bark and howl for fun, and stand guard to protect your house when you're out. Their high stamina needs attention, but when you're down and moping around the house, this loyal dog will be there to comfort you. They play nicely with other pets that they have been brought up with, but their dominant personality can be a problem with other dogs of the same sex. So with such a lively and challenging dog, it only seems right for me to travel to Norway today to meet with a top respected Norwegian Elkhound club in Norway to find out whether these working dogs are suitable as house pets or whether they should, in theory, be kept by working individuals only. As it happens, my visit beautifully coincided with the launch of the largest Viking ship, the Myklebust in Nordfjordeid at the Sagastad Viking Centre. So clad in my best Viking shield maiden attire, I joined dozens of real-life Vikings on board this beautiful ship, alongside a whole army of black and grey Norwegian Elkhounds. Oh my god, it was bedlam. I had no idea how vocal these dogs were. The greys had quite an alert bark on them. No wonder they're so good at guarding houses. Also, quite a few didn't like each other, a same-sex characteristic of many of the dogs, which needs to be addressed before having one, if you have other dogs in the household, that is. But my golly gosh, weren't they handsome and proud and so very brave. True working dogs of Norway, prized and considered to be their national dog. One top outdoorsman and athlete, famous for his adventures with his pint-sized plucky wolf Ronja, Ken Storms is known for throwing himself off the most treacherous and unbelievable cliffs in Norway. A man of such bravery must of course have a plucky dog to match his spirits, so I sat down with him to have a chat about his adventures with her. I'm here with Ken Storms, and he's an extreme sport athlete. You must have seen him jumping off these cavernous cliffs with axes. What's it like having a Norwegian Elkhound?
They're amazing animals. They're very independent and strong and brave. This one is very tribal. She doesn't really care about other people or anything else. She just mostly looks after me.
She's always got her eyes on you. And if anybody comes by that she's not quite sure of, she will bark, won't she?
Yeah,
so
she checks them out.
They're good guard dogs, aren't they?
Very good guard dogs.
All the dogs we've met here today, they've all got different characters. There's a huge mix of personalities. When you got her as a puppy, what did you need to do to get her sort of used to going out with you?
I don't know if I did it kind of unconventional or stuff, but I am in the woods every day, and I just brought it with me.
Well socialized, isn't she?
Very well socialized. Everything I do, she does. I have her off leash when I'm in the woods, but it's also kind of risky because if she smells any animal in the woods, she's off.
So very prey-driven.
Very prey-driven. So she'll hunt if she gets the chance.
And if she goes off, can you get her back easily, or does she have to come back of her own accord?
She'll come back of her own.
How long will it take?
Oh, everything from like 30 minutes to 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah. She likes squirrels and elks and everything that's big enough to run around.
How about a horse? Do they get excited by horses?
She doesn't really care about horses or cows. I mean, she smells them, but she doesn't get maniac.
Do you get the feeling that if you weren't such an outdoors person, that the Elkhound might go a bit stir crazy in a house?
If you want to have an Elkhound, you have to be outside, I feel like. You don't want to keep her in a house.
Do you find that in the house she's noisy?
And no, not really. She's a guard dog at the house, so any sound that kind of indicates someone is coming, she goes crazy. Apart from that, she's super calm.
Yeah. If you walk down the road and meet another dog, is she social with other dogs?
I haven't cracked the code on how they think yet, but it's like it seems some dogs she doesn't even notice, and other dogs is like full on.
Is it like a female thing?
I don't think it's female or male. It's like certain breeds.
She just doesn't like them.
So for some reason, she doesn't like huskies. I don't know why.
Maybe it's the tail, I don't know.
I don't know
we
why,
have this conversation sometimes about
every time I met a husky, she goes crazy.
Does she like water? Does she get in the water with you?
No.
She doesn't like water.
She does not like water.
Is that like a trait with most of them?
I've heard of that, yeah.
Does she do any tricks with you?
No.
Oh, well, she's absolutely lovely.
Good girl.
Hope to see you on many more adventures.
Maybe
you can jump off a Viking ship next year, huh? Maybe not.
Just ridden them. I think that's enough.
I was also blessed to have members of a top Elkhound club with me today, many travelling from other parts of Norway to take part in today's episode, as the Elkhound is so revered over there. I sat down with Åsa Lagerlund to find out everything about these spunky dogs, their character, history, and the 2 different varieties. Well, I'm here in Norway and I've come all the way out here. And what must you film when you come to Norway? The Norwegian Elkhound. Of course, every time I go anywhere on Animal Watch, I try to find the most iconic dog of the country. This is Åsa. Thank you so much for coming and talking to the Animal Watch viewers today. So Åsa, what do you have to do with the Norwegian Elkhound out here?
I'm a board member in a local club for the Elkhound.
Are they like a national treasure? Are they really loved in Norway?
Yes, the grey
Yes.
is the second largest breed. The black is quite extinct.
Oh, really? So we were absolutely privileged to have some
Yes,
black ones here today.
absolutely.
Is there a part of Norway that black is more associated with?
Yes, I've read that the Sami people had the black
Oh,
one,
okay.
but I'm not sure. But the black was more dominating in the eastern mountain areas in Norway.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
While this is more a dog for the valleys, for the elk
Okay,
areas.
yeah. They're obviously a working dog breed. How old is the breed?
It's said that the ancient history goes back to the Vikings, but the breed standard was set in about 1900.
So these would have been just like the village dogs, the Aboriginal dogs that were
Yeah.
working around
Yes.
that time.
And then they started to select for colors and
Okay, yeah.
instinct.
They're quite small. How were they originally working?
The Grey Elkhound is most famous for the loose hunting. To do that, they have to be quite individual with good self-esteem.
Very confident, so
yeah.
they can go off.
Yes, they have to go on their own. So they go tracking the elk, and when they find it, they keep it.
Well, and they make a noise so the hunter can
they
come.
bark with a steady barking rhythm. That's important. And they also surround the elk to keep it at bay.
And this can be only one dog.
One dog alone.
insane.
Yes. The elk can be quite aggressive in the situation, so the dog has to be well trained, agile, and
Very affectionate.
and it has to be bold.
Are
really.
you bold? Are
Very.
you bold with elks?
She's a tough,
Yes.
tough girl.
They are, they're really tough. They're so small, aren't they? But they've got so much personality and charisma.
They have to be lightweight to get away when the
Okay.
elk kicks, for example,
Yeah.
or run for several hours.
That's insane. As you were saying, they work on their own. So do you normally find that they don't get on too well with other ones, or do some of them get on together?
If you don't socialize them from early age, they will be a bit aggressive to other dogs.
Okay.
Both the black and the grey.
If you're hiking and it's off-leash season and you're allowed to let them off,
You cannot.
it's not good.
No, you cannot.
Because they will go for everything.
Their instinct for hunting is so strong.
They'll just,
And they,
they'll be
they
gone.
hunt anything, like squirrels and
Wow.
mouse.
Do they get on with little tiny dogs? They don't hunt little tiny dogs, do
Yes,
they?
they do.
They do.
They could eat them for lunch.
So Chihuahuas beware. It's important to understand that these have to be kept on a leash. And also I'm getting the idea that they're very active because they're working dogs. If you want to have one as a pet and you're not going to work it, so you're not
No.
a farmer, what would you need to give this dog every day to make it happy to live with you?
It has to be trained. You have to walk with it or make it activity every day.
Do they like just walking, or do they like things like hiding things for them to find? Like they're hunting, but you could do it in your garden or something.
They're not like the border collies that like that kind of activity. They like it, but they get bored. They're really very intelligent. They like the natural.
So get out in
Train-
nature.
get out in nature.
But maybe just have a long leash.
They enjoy when they can investigate and analyze and use their senses.
So you were saying when they're really, really young, socialize them really, really well,
Yeah.
because obviously there's a little bit of same-sex aggression going on there.
Yeah.
So you can sort of overcome it, but I'm guessing there are some that just will always be
More
pretty,
personality,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a very important thing, keeping them on a leash. Are they very destructive?
No,
They're not. They're actually pretty
No.
easy in the house, are they?
they're quite nice family dogs. They get very attached to the family, and they also inside the family, they choose their favorite.
Oh, really, do they?
So they often have one person in the family that they're
That's a bit like a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Always attaches to one person.
And the barking that we were listening to today is not really what we used to nowadays
Okay.
of these dogs.
So that's just because they're all in a massive group
Yeah,
and they're all getting a little bit wound
stressed
up
and-
with
yeah,
each other.
Yeah.
What do you feed them? Just normal food?
Well, normal
Just
dog
normal
food,
dog food.
but they like food very much.
You could give them an
The
elk.
Grey. Yeah, and they could eat it. They can very easily get overweight. You have to manage the food very well.
I can imagine that's because they're used to burning it off, running around, and if people are not exercising them enough and having them sit around in the house, then they would get fat. Say the most difficult thing about this dog breed, and then say the most wonderful thing about this dog breed.
The most difficult thing is you have to tolerate a lot of hair in your
Yeah,
house.
a lot of hair because they have
Yeah.
a plush coat. So
Yeah,
like a husky,
a double, yeah,
it will just come away.
all the year. And the best thing is that they're so affectionate,
They're so
and
affectionate.
so good-tempered and
Oh.
playful.
That's lovely. What an interesting day, and of course we couldn't go before we had seen Ken throw himself off the front of the Mikkelbust. The Mikkelbust launches annually at Sagastad in Nordfjordeid. You can find out more about Sagastad at their website here. I've loved meeting them today so much, and if anyone can go and look online and see your dogs or find out more about the Norwegian Elkhound, which website should they go to?
They can go to the Elkhund Club Association's website.
What we'll do is we'll put the website on the screen so you can find it, and then we'll also write it in the description below so you can click through and you can find out more about these amazing dogs, because I'm sure that people own them all over the world. I mean, I've seen them everywhere since I've got here in Norway. Most of the houses I've driven by, I've looked in the garden and there's been an Elkhound in the garden. It's like they are literally everywhere. They're amazing dogs. They're so fun, and I've had so much fun today on board the Mikkelbust, which is the largest recreation of Viking ship ever found in Nordfjordeid here in Norway. And if you enjoyed this episode, then give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel by clicking the button in the bottom hand corner, and tune in every week where I'll be bringing you more amazing episodes of dogs, wolves, animal rescue and conservation. Bye for now.